I know Hamish and Kylo's page has a bunch of new followers, thanks to Facebook, I guess, kind of pushing our page. Every time we get on one of their new programs, seems like they start pushing the page a little bit. Anyway, welcome to Hamish and Kylo's page. This is Hamish. He is my 8-year-old Scottish Highland. He is a steer, but you are going to hear me call him Cow a lot. And the reason I do that is, it doesn't take reading through many of the comments to realize that a lot of the people don't even know what he is. They call him a yak or a water buffalo or whatever. So when I talk about him, I just use the term cow, because pretty much everybody knows what a cow is. He is a steer, so that makes him a castrated male. A lot of people ask if castrating him is what makes him so, docile. Well, it helps. Anytime you've got an intact male, you're going to have issues. Doesn't matter what species it is. You ladies ought to know that. But Highlands are widely regarded as very docile cattle. Hamish is the anglicized version of the Scott Gaelic for James. So yeah, I basically named my cow James. He weighs about, he probably weighs a little over 2,100, 2,200 pounds. He's a big boy. Kylo probably only comes in at about 1,300 pounds, maybe a little less. So, he's a little small for a Highland. And Hamish here is a little large for one. Trying to get to sleep. People are always saying, why don't you cut their bangs? Well, their bangs is called the docen. And Highland cattle have a much, much lower rate of eye disease. Things like cancer, conjunctivitis, pink eye, things like that, in large part because of that docen. It keeps their eyes from drying out. It keeps the bugs from being able to get in there real good. Keeps the grit, sand out of their eyes. Keeps the flies away from it. And people always say, well, they can't see through it. Well, believe me, they can see fine through their docen. It's kind of like you pressing your face up against a screen door. From a distance, it's a little bit harder to see out of, but you get the screen right up next to you, and yeah, you can see fine. People always ask if I'm ever afraid of being poked by the horns. No, I'm not, actually. Highlands usually know exactly where their horns are. I always tell people it's like knowing where your fingers are without having to look down. They don't use them to attack people. They use them for digging up under the snow, actually, so that they can get to the stuff they want to eat. They use them for knocking over small trees and branches and things like that so they can eat the leaves. They do use them for self-defense when they need to. you know, but if a Highland's ticked off at you, he doesn't have to use his horns. You know, these cows can run 25-30 miles an hour. You get a 2,200 pound animal coming at you at 30 miles an hour. You know, I always tell people it's like getting ready to be run over by a Honda Civic and having to worry about the antenna. You know, you better worry about the rest of him.